So it's January 1st, the first minute of the new year that I wake up, and YouTube must know me so well because they recommend this video, and it's by this guy. I hope I don't mispronounce his name, but it's like Buster or Buster Beagle 3D printing or something like it. I'll link the video below, but this is a guy that just created this like pretty clever way of combining these two drill stands together and making his own plastic injection molding machine for the price between like $200 and $300. Which, I mean, I've been eyeballing plastic injection molding machines, and I've almost pulled the trigger on a couple that were between the price of like $1,500 and $2,000, and that was pretty much for an entry level machine. And I just really couldn't justify spending that if I didn't know that I was going to be able to turn like this into something that was profitable. So I'm like extremely excited just to really get started with this, and this is really just kind of a just a glimpse of what I'll be working on in the next couple of days. Actually, it'd probably be the next couple of weeks because a lot of the parts actually are coming from China, and even though I ordered them like before these, I haven't even gotten any tracking information. I don't even think they've even left China yet. So I mean, I probably won't be actually manufacturing anything with these for another month, but I'm really excited. And if you don't really know why I'm excited, it's because one of my earlier videos I posted up a elegoo Mars 3D printing machine, and I originally purchased that to try to make my own action figures for my wrestling promotion. And it wasn't a project that really worked out as I intended because really at the end of the day the action figures were too brittle for me to feel comfortable selling. They just weren't at a level of quality that I was comfortable in selling these things. So everything just kind of looped back to like, if I really want to make action figures and they actually want to be kind of legitimate action figures, that I have to go towards plastic injection. So I'm really excited to get started. So I think one of the first upgrades I'm going to make is I'm going to replace this this pipe tubing with something a little bit thicker. You can see it's actually pretty thin, and so something with a little thicker wall, I think should work a little bit better. And also I'll probably get something that will extend, probably about 6 inches taller than this, just so that there's a little bit more space for the mold. So here she is. It really didn't take long to put the base together. Maybe about 45 minutes. It was pretty quick. The video that Buster Beagle 3D has put on YouTube is actually very informative. It's really easy to follow along. So I didn't want to make this a like how-to video. This is more of me just kind of showing off my little project here. If you are thinking about building this, then I highly suggest going to his video, and I'll put the link below. And he explains everything way better than I could. And also, I'm not completely done yet. So yeah, go to his video if you want to make one of these. So here's some things that here, it's pretty simple. So here's it's slightly different. I have to use these because I can't find just a basic hex bolt. It's something I've either got to go or order online or go to a different hardware store, because for some reason I couldn't find just like basic hex bolts that were all thread. So until then, what I have to do is I'll have to tighten up that one, and I'll have to tighten up that one together, which pinches this. And I pretty much won't be able to use this until then, because I'm worried that once I plunge, that the plastic will actually stick to the plunger a little bit and pull this up. see, like that, which is obviously what I do not want. I went ahead and just bolted it to this piece of, I don't know what this is, 2x2, pretty thick plywood. Yeah, it's pretty thick. And that was pretty much just to eliminate the tipping problem. Because I had knocked it over a couple times. I just said, screw this. I don't want to damage anything. Also, you'll notice that my plunger is very, very long. And that's simply because, again, I couldn't find the right hex bolt that I needed. So I'm going to replace this thing with something just a bit smaller because it's ridiculously long. And another thing I plan to change in the future is this bolt here. I'm going to look for something that's just you know, smooth, like the top piece right there, simply because it kind of rubs inside there, and you know, I don't really want it to. I don't think it'll mess anything up. It's just kind of like the noise of it, I think. So I really can't wait to finish putting this thing together. I'm waiting on the PID controller, which is the temperature controller. You know, controls your temperatures to, or it controls your temperature to the coils, or I'm sorry, not coils, heat band. The two heat bands that'll be right here. Those should be here relatively soon. I did find a local 3D printer. I have an SLA printer, which I probably could print the PID enclosure, which attaches right here. I could print it in sections and just kind of glue it together, but I just decided to find somebody that was kind of local and have them print it for me, and ended up being like $20 with shipping included, so that was pretty cool. Hopefully it comes as black. The color doesn't matter, but I think a black enclosure would look pretty cool on this. I haven't done the adjustment to the handle yet, which gives you extra depth, so that you could actually get the plunger closer towards the bottom, so you could push out more plastic. I haven't done it yet, simply because I got to go get a drill bit to make the hole on the new piece here. I have to go get like a little drill bit or something like that for it, and I haven't done it yet. And it's pretty late in here on a Sunday, and living in Iowa, pretty much everything closes early on Sundays. So yeah, again, I'm really excited. This video's already got kind of long, but it's very cool that somebody came up with something that was, it seems so simple, but it's so clever at the same time. Because really, I mean, through LNS, this is probably something that's going to cost $1,200–1,300, and really I'm like $250 into this whole project for everything, and really, I mean, even if this doesn't work out, I'm only going to take a $250 loss. I'll probably still be able to sell most of what you see here, even if it doesn't work out. And if it does, I don't think I'm going to have to buy, you know, some other plastic injection machine. I think this will work for me. You know, I think some people are going to be concerned about the seemingly limited amount of plastic that you'll be able to inject, but you know, I'm not injecting like large car pieces or anything like that. I'm printing, you know, pretty small little pieces of action figures individually, which will all be put together separately. So I'm not concerned about, you know, the amount of plastic I'll be able to inject. So if you want to follow along, this is really just a part one. If you'd like to follow along, please feel free to subscribe. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you.